The story of Sister Teresita Castillo and the alleged Marian Apparitions of Lipa City, Philippines unfolds like a sacred mystery, one shaped by silence, suffering, devotion, and controversy. It is a story marked by obedience and pain, where a young Carmelite postulant would find herself at the center of events that would stir the church, divide opinions, and leave questions that remain unanswered to this day. Years later, it was claimed that some bishops involved in the disapproval came forward with deathbed confessions, saying they ruled against the apparitions under threat of excommunication. Even now, a document from the 1950s, said to shed further light on the case, remains sealed within the Vatican archives. All of this began quietly in 1948, inside the peaceful garden of a Carmelite monastery. Sister Teresita Castillo, affectionately called Sister Teresine, was only 21 years old when she claimed that the Blessed Virgin Mary first made her presence known. On September 12, 1948, while praying alone, Teresita noticed a vine in the garden begin to shake. Then came a voice, gentle, commanding, unmistakable. The Virgin Mary asked her to kiss the ground and return to the same place for 15 days. Our Lady said, "Fear not, my child, kiss the ground. Whatever I shall tell you to do, you must do. For 15 consecutive days come to visit me here in this spot. Eat some grass, my child." At that moment, Teresita did not see anyone. She only heard the voice. When she returned, the Virgin reportedly appeared to her standing on a cloud, clothed in simple white garments with a small belt, her hands clasped in prayer, a golden rosary hanging from her right hand. Over the course of 19 reported apparitions that year, Our Lady emphasized humility, penance, prayer for the clergy and the Pope, and devotion to the rosary. Sister Teresita testified that Mary entrusted 4 secrets, one for herself, one for the Carmelite convent in Lipa, and one for China, and one for the entire world. On November 12, 1948, Our Lady delivered one of the most sobering messages attributed to Lipa. "People do not believe my words. Pray for priests. What I ask here is exactly what I asked for at Fatima. Pray. The people do not heed my words. There will be persecutions, unrest, and bloodshed in your country. The enemy of the church will try to destroy the faith which Jesus established and died for. Be not afraid, for the love of my Son will soften the hardened of hearts, and my motherly love will be their strength to curse the enemies of God." The warnings were not limited to one nation. In a world still reeling from war and witnessing the rapid spread of communism across Asia, Sister Teresita testified that Our Lady spoke with sorrow about China and the global consequences of hearts turning away from God. This concern was made explicit in a message dated on October 17, 1949, when Our Lady said, "Pray hard, for China's dream is to invade the whole world. The Philippines is one of its favorites. Money is the evil force that will lead the people of the world to destruction." Yet, even amid warning, Mary offered reassurance, declaring with maternal tenderness, "I am your mother. I will never forsake this land. I will never forsake my children." Around September 15, 1948, extraordinary signs were reported. Teresita claimed that Auxiliary Bishop Alfredo Obvia of Lipa and several Carmelite nuns witnessed a shower of rose petals falling from the air, many bearing images of Jesus, Mary, and the saints. Some petals reportedly turned to ashes when touched. Others were preserved and later associated with miraculous cures. The daily apparitions continued until September 26th, the 15th day requested by the Virgin. During these months, Sister Teresita also endured profound spiritual trials. Those around her describes episodes of fear, anguish, and inner torment attempts. At the final reported apparition on November 12, 1948, Mary identified herself with a title that would become central to the devotion: Mary, Mediatrix of all grace. According to Teresita, Our Lady asked that this title be made known, saying, By this title, I wish to be known, so that people may come to me, and I will lead them to my Son Jesus. The message pointed always back to Christ, affirming that all grace comes from Him, yet is lovingly distributed through Mary's maternal intercession. In May of 1949, Teresita was clothed in a ceremony she described as the second phase of her novitiate. Soon after, she recorded the investigations into the apparitions, claiming she was forced to sign a document stating the apparitions were fabricated. After leaving the monastery, she lived a quiet life and assisted in academic work, such as transcribing an English Tagalog dictionary. She left the convent quietly, carrying the weight of a mystery unresolved, yet devotion continued to grow. On January 23, 1949, the cornerstone for the Church of Our Lady Mediatrix of All Grace was laid, with as many as 50,000 people present. Though controversy surrounded the devotion, one moment would forever stand out. On November 19, 1948, Bishop Alfredo Verzosa personally went to the convent to remove the statue of Mary from public veneration. As he opened the door and entered, a sudden shower of rose petals fell upon him. He fell to his knees, unable to speak. From that moment on, he supported the apparitions with official approval, a final, powerful chapter in one of the most mysterious Marian stories of the modern church. Our Lady Mediatrix of all graces, pray for us.